G'day cobbers, welcome back to the Kayla's carport again today. Now, the old 80 was a good old bus. The entertainment system isn't quite what's expected in this millennium. So it just has an AMFM radio. So if you're into talkback, you're covered. But if you want a Spotify, podcast, or even listen to a CD, you're out of luck. So we're going to upgrade that today. Now, this is the Kenwood DNX9190DABS. So it's got DVD, it's got CD, it's got plays MP3s, takes USB, has digital audio, has the whole works, whole shooting match, and we'll be installing that today. So let's get into it. Alright, first thing we need to do is get rid of the old AM/FM radio and the ancient UHF CB there. So we'll pull off all the knobs and we'll get this facial panel off. Now, I'm not sure if there's any millennials watching this, but this is an ashtray. Couple more I forgot. Alright, now we need to now we just need to disconnect all the wiring. Righto, now that's off, we can pull out the stereo unit. Alright, next we need to take out the unit. So it's a double DIN unit, conveniently. And the fourth one's dropped out, so that's convenient. Righto, now this one should just come out and we're left with standard wiring behind. Okay, we've disconnected the standard wiring from the radios and we're going to take these brackets off and put it onto the other radio unit. Alright, so we'll take the old one off. Now we'll mount it to the new radio. And it's a standardised fitment, so it should work for either. Now that's done, all we have to do is the other side. Okay, so these are the connections on the back of the unit here. We have a navigation plug down the side here. So if you have the navigation unit, it's an accessory piece for the Kenwood radio, though we won't be using that because we have air mirroring, so we'll be using navigation off the phone. A couple of USB inputs. We have an AV in, a 3.5mm jack. This is for the dash cam, so this can control a dash cam and you can look at the footage of the dash cam as well. And we'll be installing that. This is where your main plug goes, so that's all your wire, power connections, accessory connection and speakers. Now, but if you have amplifiers for your speakers, these are your pre-outs for your speakers, so little RCAs, and there's a left and right, front and back, and a pre-out for a subwoofer as well. Here we have a GPS, so you put in an accessory GPS. There's your mic input for the Bluetooth, hands-free, remote control. This also has a remote control. That has always made me wonder, when the unit is so close, why would you need an infrared remote control? It astounds me. Antenna in, and a few accessory ports. So we have a rear view camera which we'll be wiring up to the back of the vehicle, a front view camera, so that is for the dash cam, and a video out, so that's if you're running accessory DVD output, so let's say for the headrest and for the kids in the back. Alright, it also has HDMI port, but because we have air mirroring again, we won't be using that. So let's start the wiring. Alright, so we've got an alcohol swipe here. We're going to mount the antenna up for the DAB radio. And we'll just use that to clean off the part of the windscreen where we want to mount it, to make sure it's 100% clean. Then you need to make sure that's 100% dry before you mount your antenna. Okay, now we've allowed that to dry, we need to peel off the backing plate off the DAB antenna. and mount that carefully to our cleaned piece of glass. And just push him home. Now that's done, we can pull off the outer covering. Okay, cut it. Right, now we've bare metaled a little piece of metal here because we need to make sure we have a decent earth for this, and there's a couple of alignment marks, and we'll just line them up now. Alright, we'll push him home, and then we'll run the earth strap down onto our bare piece of metal down there to provide a decent earth for the antenna. Okay, now onto the GPS.
Go for it.
Okay, next for the GPS antenna, we need to put down this pad first. We've already cleaned the dash down. We'll mount that up. Then the GPS antenna itself. And we'll run the wiring to the back there, right in the middle. Okay, and because this radio has an integrated dash cam, we'll put that in next. Okay, now we're going to stick the dash cam to the screen. Now be mindful of the fact you want the camera pointing through a part of the windscreen where the window wipers go, so it's always clear. And then just stick it to the windscreen, and we can aim it up later. And you want it behind the rear vision mirror so it's not obstructing the view of the driver. Now we just need to hide the cable. We've mounted the rear view camera up top there, run the cable down in the rubber, and we're going to run through the door, through the door jamb, and then back down the side of the vehicle right up to the stereo at the front. Okay, so we've finished up all the wiring now, and instead of wiring the reverse camera into the rear lights, so when you put it into reverse they automatically come on, we've independently put them onto a switch on the back here, and that way we can check the rear camera anytime we feel like. So a couple more screws, and then the big moment, we'll turn it on, see if it works. Right now, as I say, the proof's in the pudding, so can you turn on the ignition please? Now that's a good sign, it's turning on. In retrospect, before putting it all back together, we probably should have checked it. Okay, and that seems to be working fine. Now we've got the camera option there. Let's see if that's working out the back there. And as you can see, we've got the video out the back, and we can change the perspective. Everything seems to be working fine there. And we have the camera out the front as well. There we go, now we've got the front there as well. Alright, thanks guys for joining us for the video. Now what do we say?
Thank you. No. If you liked the video, please thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. Twice.
Thanks guys, we'll see you in the next one. Well done.
That would be like third time lucky.
Oh, sometimes I can't speak at all, mate. It takes me about 20 goes to say my name. And that's on a good day. Alright, let's start packing up.